Hey, let me show you all hidden features of the Samsung Galaxy M34 5G. So for sure, I'm not talking about the normal options that you can actually find in the settings, like for example, the advanced features and the side key option to open any apps, because it's normally available, you can access it right here, right? So what I mean is to go into the About phone. Now from here, go to the software information and keep tapping on the build number until you find information that you will be in the developer mode after this last tap. Now you will have to input your screen lock. In my case, that's the simple pattern. And now when you go back on your settings, you will actually find the additional tab, the developer options. And right here, we can actually find a lot of useful options. For example, we can check our RAM usage, just right here, from the 3 hours, 6 hours, or 1 day. And that's also the memory usage, so we will be moved into the memory usage option, and here you can check which application is taking the most of your RAM memory. So the next option is to show the refresh rate. So in this phone you can actually set 120 Hz, and when you click on the switcher you can actually see if your display is actually running in the 120 Hz refresh rate, and it will be useful, for example, when you are recording some gameplays or making other videos linked to the refresh rate of your display, and you want to actually show it to your audience. The next option will be appears right here. That's the animation scale of the window, of the transitions, and animation duration. So thanks to this, actually you can speed up your phone by reduce to the 0.x or simply turn it off. So right now there will be no animation, and now when you click on something, they will be like already in the screen without any delay. So that's really useful if you want to a little bit speed up your phone. Next, it's an option called the Force Dark Mode. So if you are using any application that doesn't allow you to turn on the dark mode, you can actually click on this switcher and force to turn on dark mode in applications that are not supported with the dark mode. And my favorite one is actually the GPU watch. So it's also useful for someone who is playing games and also want to show, for example, the performance of the M34 5G. So when you open the GPU watch and click on the switcher, now you've got option to go to the general settings, and first maybe I'm gonna show you how it looks. So when I go to the home screen, here I can find information about the CPU load and average frames per second. When I'm gonna move into the panel, for example, as you can see, it was increased to the 120 FPS, and from here you can actually adjust these monitors. And so when I click on the switcher, I can add the custom widget. So if I'm interested with the GPU load, I can also add it and click OK. And now when I go back, it will appear just right here. So I can monitor the performance of my GPU, and I can actually customize this windows, change the background color, change the transparency, turn on or off the graph grid and margins. And now take a look how it looks. As you can see, I just turn it on like this. So let's turn it off and let's move forward. You can also force any application to be written on the external storage. So what I mean, you can actually save applications on the SD card, because in this phone you can actually input SD card. So when you enable this option, now you can try to save apps on the SD card. And also, what is very useful, you can turn on the multi-window for all apps. So as you know, there's some application that doesn't actually support the floating mode or split screen. So when you turn on this option, you will be able to actually open these apps in the split screen or floating window mode. And the last option will be appears actually into networking. So when you keep scrolling, you will actually find the network download rate limit. And now you can set the download rate limit to your own preferences. And that's basically it. There's also few modes that I hidden in this phone. So that's the recovery mode, the download mode, and the save mode. But they are not like really useful for the normal user. There's nothing interesting in these modes. So that's why I'm not including these modes right here. That's the developer options, and really useful options that for me, I can definitely think that some of you will be using these options. And that's all right now. Please subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.